Now, in this particular exercise, we will be talking about how we can create a project plan presentation using Copilot in PowerPoint. So with Copilot in PowerPoint, you can create a presentation from an existing Word document when you provide Copilot in PowerPoint with the link to your Word document. It generates the slides, apply the layout, and choose a theme for you as well. So in our previous exercise, we created a project plan. If in case you have not uh, checked that yet, or you may have missed out somehow, you can check that one. So by creating a project plan to install a network security product, you then asked Copilot to analyze a product specification report for the network security product and update the project plan with information from the product specification report. So in this exercise, we will be using Copilot in PowerPoint to create a slide presentation based on your project plan. You want to use this presentation to explain the project plan to your IT staff and ultimately to the corporate management. So the exercise is all about with the same scenario as the director of IT at Aditum Corporation, you plan to install the Contoso CipherGuard Sentinel X7 network security product into Aditum's corporate network. And in our previous exercise, we have already created the installation project plan, which we have already downloaded as well. So I'm going into my OneDrive and going to upload that one from there. So by going into my OneDrive and I'm selecting this files option, this is my notebooks and not under notebook. I'm going to upload here in this one. So adding a file to be uploaded. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to upload that file into this one. And this time I have successfully uploaded this file over here. As you can see, this is a Word document right now. Okay. Now by uploading this file, I'm going into my PowerPoint option, which is here. And by selecting this PowerPoint, I'm going into this blank PowerPoint right now. Okay. So by going into this blank PowerPoint, you can see, guys, I'm getting this Copilot option over here. So by going into this Copilot option, so I'm saying like there are several options available: create a presentation, create presentation from file, adding a slide, and I'm going to use this option, create presentation from the file, which is this one. This is a Word document, which I'm selecting here. And by selecting this one, you can also do that like by selecting, uh, space slash forward slash, and then you can select your file from there. So by selecting this particular file, I'm going to hit send over here. So this particular prompt triggered the Copilot to create a slide presentation based on the document. And just by providing that Word document, you will notice that it will automatically create the presentation for you. It will automatically do that everything for you. You just need to wait for a few minutes and everything will be done. So it first displayed the outline of the presentation, as you can see. Then it displays a separate window showing a bulleted list of some of the changes that it made to the presentation based on the document. You can see everything is ready. In just few simple clicks. After that, you can review. Now you are free to review the slides and make any changes according to your requirement. You can pay special attention to the changes Copilot made based on the document. You can use the designer tool to adjust the layout as per your requirement. You can click on this designer option, and from here you can also change the different version of it. Now suppose by reviewing the speaker note, Copilot added the presentation, verify, they call out the points that you want to make right during the presentation. But by the time of doing that, you notice that uh, there is not a slide of the end of the Q&A right session into it. Now let's say you want to correct that and you want to add a Q&A slide at the very end of the presentation with the appropriate image. So all you need to do, just go back and put that requirement over here. Add a Q&A slide at the very end of the presentation with an appropriate image. And just wait for a minute. You will notice that at the end of it, here you go. Now the Q&A with the appropriate image also available. So what response did you receive in our testing of this particular one? Sometimes Copilot did not replace the image, or maybe it returned some kind of a message that we cannot find that or this. But when you start using it and you will going to familiarize with it, you will definitely gonna understand, and you will use it as a, you know, as a better model for your organization. So while the time of doing the testing, the prompt worked with, and maybe Copilot replaced the image of the slide, right? If in case you ask for, and then you can use that one according to your requirement. For example, I would like to try this right now. I would like to say here, please remove the Q&A slide and add a new one with a different image. And it's all done very easily for you just by providing it. And as I said, right, sometime you may see, I'm sorry, I cannot do that. I can answer general purpose question or those about the presentation. So this is okay, right? So it keep returning this following message. How did Copilot respond when you tried this particular prompt? Did Copilot remove the old slide and create a new one with a different image, just like you ask? If so, congratulations. Or did it remove the old slide but not create a new one? If so, ask it to create a new Q&A slide with an image. Or did it nothing at all? If so, then try breaking this final prior prompt into two. Like first ask it to remove the Q&A slide, and then submit a second prompt asking it to create a new Q&A slide. For example, let me just paste that again, and this time I'm removing this, adding a slide. Okay, just asking for removing the Q&A slide. If Copilot did not do as you asked for, or if it return an error, right, like that, I'm sorry, the scenario is not good. So follow the Copilot suggestion by, re-paraphrasing your request. It is best to ask Copilot to do one task at a time, such as, first removing the old slide and then submit the next one, like that. For example, I said create a new Q&A slide with an image. So once I receive the result, I can decide which one is better. So I can also keep the one which I'm looking for. This one is better, this one is better. Let's say I would like to remove this one. You can also do that. So this is how you can easily do that. And also, suppose you would like to change the theme of the presentation to something more technical. So you can just simply put that one. Now Copilot will look for the things and try to do that. Now, guys, one thing which can be a problem here, like the scenario is one of those time when it is important to remember that prompting best practices, understanding Copilot limitation. Yeah, in this case, it is not an understanding of limitation, but as much as it is understanding as, you know, to how Copilot works, right? So in this case, Copilot points, it will going to point you to an existing PowerPoint feature rather than duplicating what, that feature does. So this is the end of this one. You can utilize it as per your requirement and play around with it, do some testing. We'll look for our next exercise, update a technical report using Copilot in Word. Thank you.